Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to it. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you get notified when I post new videos. I do a lot of close to my heart based videos because I'm a close to my heart maker, and I do videos to help my customers with their products and use them and create and try to teach techniques and so on and so forth. So today I'm following along with Scraptember 2022, and it is the 8th day. The prompt is multi-photo, and oh my gosh, I have a slew of photos from my granddaughter's soccer games, and she wore these really vibrant socks, so I'm going to incorporate some stripes into the layout. And the uniform was black, so I think I'm going to use a black base, and the ball's got this vibrant pink in it too. But yeah, look at that. She just had a ball. And of course our new puppy went, so it was last year, and I have so many photos. I think I'm going to incorporate a waterfall with my flip-flops. I'm going to try anyway. I brought out our flip-flops, and these are all 4x6s, and you get 12 in a pack, and 6 of them are horizontal, and then 6 of them are vertical, so they'll have this strip along this side. You can see them there. So I'm going to see what my photos are and have a waterfall down, and this is the layout I'm going to try to incorporate. And it has 2 pages with a border around it, which, you know, that's my thing. I love to have borders around my pages, so that's what I think is going to be black. Then I'll have the white bases, a couple of pieces of paper across the middle, and then just the photos. And I'll really be able to incorporate all these photos with flip-flaps and a waterfall design, and just do minimal embellishments, although they did do a lot of stamping. But I really like how the photos are standing out, so that's what I'm going to try to incorporate. And I don't have a big journaling box to do, although I do like this. Look how it's all left or right oriented. You know, everything is on this side instead of the other side. It catches your eye, I think. And I do like having the trophies along the line. That's really cool. And the stars here. So yeah, all of it is really cool. And there's that burst right there. So I'm going to use this stamp set. And let's see where it is. Here it is. So it's here. I haven't used it yet, so we're going to break it in together. Oh, I did use one. I used that border. You can tell because it's a different color. Oh my goodness. So they give you this to show you which ones have thin cuts with them. Have a outline with the bluish green color, the teal color, and the other ones do not have a thin cut. So here they are. Soar today, strong tomorrow. It's so funny. Play like there's no tomorrow. I'll always be your biggest fan. Yeah, so they're very appropriate sentiments and sayings for this layout. So I'm going to set this aside and get my papers out. So I have 2 pieces of black cardstock for my base. It's hard to see with the Versamat underneath it, but trust me, yeah, there's 2 black pieces there. And then I cut out some white, and I'm going to have them meet in the middle. So I cut them at 11 by 11 and a half. All right, so one side, let me see, it'll be this way. There we go. Let me take the Versamat out because I can't even see. There we go. At least until I get these set, right? This one has to be turned too. So it'll be a 1/2 inch border all the way around is basically what I'm doing. And I'm not going to cut out the black because I have tons of black. And because it's going to be so heavily laden with photos and the flip-flaps, I really need it to be steady. And this glue is very good for holding paper. I should say it dries rock hard almost is really how some people describe it. This side is going to also hold this banner piece that runs across both pages. And this is not close to my heart paper. It was in my stash. So I like to use my stash as well as my close to my heart products. I don't buy any more random cardstock, but it may take me a while to get through my stash. So I'm sure you know the feeling. I did pretty good lining that up. Nice. Now this one I need to make sure I get lined up. Although there is a little space in between the pages. Okay. So now I'm going to pick out the photos that I want on my layout. Mat the ones that are going to be up front and center. And then the ones that are flip flaps will stay 4x6. Okay, I've gone ahead and done a little bit of work off camera, and I'll just show you what I did. I cut these down to 3.5 by 5. I seem to like that size, and then I mounted them on some black cardstock. And this photo here is special because that was her kick, and she made a goal. That was the first one I've seen her do, so I wanted to highlight that, and I'm going to include that in the journaling. Then I did do these flip flaps here. And this is put down, and that's 4x6 onto a 4.5 by 6.5. I didn't get it straight, but I didn't want to tear it up to try and fix it. So these will go on here, and how you attach these is you take off the adhesive and fold it over, or you can eyeball it this way. And put it down, and that'll flap over. Flap, see, flip flap. And the next one will go right on the top of that. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to have it go up so you can see that there's more dimension there. And up. So I got to add some more glue to that black piece. Okay. So that is a very slight waterfall. We're going to make these much more prominent because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flip flaps included. So let's see. This page is generally done. I got to add some more glue to that. This is going to be my journaling. It's going to be hidden, and I'm going to stamp on this white piece. And let's see, I have this dotted line stamp that I've been using for a long time. I have no idea what stamp set it belongs to. I am slowly getting my stamps into Evernote. It's an organizational app, and hopefully I'll find it and figure it out which one it belongs to before too long. And I'm going to use black with that. All right, I brought out our intense black ink pad. I'm going to kind of gear the lines to the right side because I'm going to put a strip of that striped paper down the side. Oh my goodness, that looks really good. Oh, finally something came out good. I went ahead and geared this down. It's all finished, stamped, and then I put the border that coordinates here. I really like how that comes out. So now on the stamp set, this is a Do Your Best. And I'm going to stamp this in a border. Okay, this is the block I'm going to use. And I'm going to stamp it right along the bottom here. I turned my Versamats over so that I'm on the cushion side. So let's see what else we can add. I definitely want to do some of these explosions. I'm going to put this one here because that fits for me to be her biggest fan. besides Mom and Dad, but since Grandma's making the layout, Grandma gets to say she's the biggest fan. And I don't know how it's going to stamp on this paper that's not close to my heart, but I guess that's okay. I think I'm going to restamp this to put on here because some of it's dark and some of it's light, and it looks like it's not drying, so I'm not going to trust it. And I'm also going to stamp some of these other elements that I can then put on as embellishments. Okay, I'm going to use Wild Berry and Black to stamp this explosion. I think I will do it in 3 areas. Oh, I like how it has some of the pink showing. And then I'm going to stamp some on this side as well. Really like this stamp. On the stamp sheets, there's this little number 1 here. I put it in the middle of the starburst. It's so cute. So the rest of them, I was going to do the star in all the center of all of them. But I saw that number 1 and I said, oh, I've got to. So I will do opposite colors now. So we'll do pink in the middle of the black and black in the middle of the pink. Love it. These little stamps are easy to lose, but I love them. They're so nice for little fillers. So there's a couple other little stamps on here I can use too. They're like, it's like a diamond sparkle kind of thing. So let's use this one to add a little bit more. And then in the layout in the catalog, it did some other embellishing items. They were acrylic shapes, so I'll pull those into at the end. And I'm sure I might be able to find some room for some of my gems. I'll have to see if I have any that are this color match. If there are, we'll use them too. So I'll get these other ones stamped and thin cut. And okay, I'm just about done. I just had a couple little things I wanted to show you. So I did stamp that and put it over the top. I used these trophies and I staggered them going up to kind of alleviate that stamped image that was kind of going at a curve like this. So this is kind of breaking that up. I put a little hand pointer here for the flip-flap indication. Okay. And that's all on this page. This page has 2 of the pointers over here. And I did put one of the photos on the base to ground it, okay? So my waterfall flip-flap is going to be above that. And then I had these here for a little embellishment cluster. It's very minimal on embellishing, very heavy photos. So, you know, it's one or the other, right? But I love this photo for the top. It's one of those ones in the portrait mode that came out so nice. So now to get these measured correctly, I'm going to try and see if I do them at the inch mark, if they will work out that way. And that will just about make it right. Okay, so we're going to stagger them by an inch. I think if I did a 3/4 inch, they would be too compressed. So let's go ahead and put them at the inch mark. And I'll show you how I do that. So we're going to fold that over. And we're going to lay it over the top here. And make sure it's centered. Get my fingers unstuck. And there. So now we'll move it up. And I'm going at the 7-inch mark is what I'm doing. So we'll take our next flip flap, remove the adhesive, fold it over, and now we're going to center this one at the 7-inch. Make sure it's centered over the other one. And I'm keeping it straight by the edges here. So even if it's not exactly an inch, as long as it's straight, I don't think anybody's going to be able to tell. So the next one, let's go. Fold it over, going at the 7-inch. And then the next one. And one more. All right. So they're right at the edge here, and they will flip. Nope, and that one doesn't flip. And I actually have room here that I could write some journaling for each page too. So for each photo, I can add some type of journaling, or she can do it because that's her girlfriend. I don't know her name. She just has so much fun. Now I need to do a title and see if any of my bling gems work. And I couldn't find my bling with the pink on it. I may have used it all, which is good, right? So I found some enamel dots that I can use, and there's white and black and the wild berry, which goes with this ink and the pink color. So I thought those would be great. So this one was attached to something else, so I thought I'd get it and use it right away. You know, attached like this one is. They like escape from their sheets and attach to other things, and you just never know where you're going to find them. Oh, there's a gray one. Okay, so let's, and I found a white heart, so I'm going to see if I can't use that. That's one of the acrylic pieces. So there's one pink, and I'll do it in clusters of 3 and 3 clusters. So let's see. Let's get this attached. I attach these with tiny glue dots, and these are the mini ones. See here? And I just kind of roll it up. Be careful. You can do it without it having to stick to everything. And I put one on one side and one on the other. Oh my goodness. Can't make it through a video without flubbing up. Let's do the white ones now. And yes, they won't show up, but we'll give it some shine. So let's see if we can't add it in. Just adds a little bit of texture. No, we got one down here now. We don't want to leave that one by itself. So let's do another cluster. And then we'll have to do one more, because then it will be 1, 2, 1, 2. We need another one for odd numbers. I try and stagger the sizes since I have them. If you only have one size, then do one size, right? I cut my title out of the pink for the offset and the black for the top layer. And it's classy until kickoff. So I'm going to get this attached down. And I always show how I do my gluing, just in case it helps anybody. But while I'm doing this, I just want to mention that make sure you check out the video description down below, and it will list the playlist of everyone that's playing along and all the videos that have been posted so far for Scraptember. And the playlist will play all, I believe, all the videos from the beginning until now. So if you haven't seen some, just hit the playlist and it'll play and play and play. So hopefully you'll find some great inspiration. I know you will. And give everyone, you know, a like or comment or whatever, so that they are encouraged to continue doing these hops like this for inspiration, because I know it inspires me as well. And I really appreciate you being here to watch my video as well. So we need a little more glue. So all you do is put glue on some scrap paper. And you know, liquid glue is inexpensive. And I find it much easier. Now this piece is pretty large in the back, so I could put it on the back with the glue bottle. But doing it like this gets glue just about everywhere, so that I don't have to worry about it getting on my fingers or not getting a good coverage. Oh, I love how that star just nestles right in there. Sometimes things like that work out. Other times they're in the way. But all right. So this came out really pretty. And where's my other F? There you are. I thought about putting Soccer Pup, but because he played with that ball, he was hilarious. He was only like, I don't know, 2 months old. And he started jumping on that ball and rolling it around. And he fell over. And the kids just quit playing soccer and started watching the dog. So, yeah, I had to take the ball away from the dog. Okay, so, again, thank you. I'll have a few close-ups at the end. And have a wonderful day.